just left the moorings at ye old Barbridge Inn. I think pubs definitely need a lot of help now. They're struggling to get staff again there, and it's making things very difficult for those who are actually working. Yes, I think we're going to lose a few pubs around England, which is very, very sad. Hello again, everyone. Our little adventure continues, and we might be doing something a little bit different shortly, as you will see. For those who've watched us on a regular basis, we do go a certain way quite a few times because it's really nice. But this time, a slight alteration, and you'll find out later the reason why. Every vlog that we've made, we've never done what we're doing next, but we have done it many times. Cool, that sounds stupid, doesn't it? But I'll try to explain. Normally, we turn right now up the Middlewich branch. That's what everybody who's been watching our vlogs will have seen. But this time, we're going to go straight on towards a place called Calverley. All will become apparent later on, but on this occasion, the right turn to all the canals that way, we're not doing. For quite a while now, noisy traffic will be joining us. This part of the Shropshire Union tends to run very close to a very busy road, but that's part of boating now and then anyway. It does happen. Personally, I know we're going down this route, but this part of the Shropshire I don't think is anywhere near as nice as the turning before, you know, where the Middlewich branch is. That side of it is really nice. This side of it going towards Chester, I don't think it's as a patch on it. It's alright, but not in the same league. I'll tell you a story as well about a pub down this way. I'll tell you it shortly, and since it happened we've never been in, but that's for later. we're not going down to Chester or Ellesmere Boat Museum. We've been many times by boat and by car to the boat museum, because it is really good. If you look at all the history and that there, it is excellent. We intend to turn round just before Bunbury Locks. Now near there's an hire base as well, and that's where we hired a boat many years ago called Queenstown. And that
had a wood burning stove.
It did have a wood burning stove at the time. It was also the iciest it's ever been that we've been on a canal. And we struggled through the ice in winter, you know. I think, couldn't believe how bad the weather was. We was getting stuck everywhere, but we succeeded. But that was through a company there called Dirtline. Some people who've boated for a while might remember Dirtline. It's now Anglo-Welsh. Quite a lot of boats there, and it can get very, very busy at certain times of the week in the holiday season. It certainly can. One thing you can definitely say about this stretch, it's not the most exciting, that's for certain. I know you have to go through, you know, industry and everything, but the actual canal itself is quite boring. There's no scenery, there's trees either side, little bits of mooring, only little bits, but you wouldn't want to stay there anyway because of the road traffic, because it gets quite loud. So we travel along to where we want to get to, but not the greatest of places, to be honest. Definitely not. But we're boating, and that's the important thing. This is the original part of the canal, which I've talked about before, the Liverpool to Birmingham Junction Canal. Well, this is the first part of the Shropshire. And if you've looked carefully, you've noticed that all the bridges are wide here, because the original stretch could take wide beam boats to take all their all their cargoes from Ellesmere Port. They could come up this way as far as Nantwich. But then, when it was all built again, rebuilt the new parts at the top end, that became narrow gauge. So unusually, this canal's got wide beam and narrow beam dimensions, which is quite unusual. There's a day boat coming towards us, and it's been absolutely everywhere, in the trees and everything. Sometimes there's very, very limited training for these people. They just want the money, the hire companies, and it's not the people who've got the boat, it's not their fault. They just don't get told enough, and very quickly they lose control. So I think, just like hire boats, when they're going out for a week or 4 days, training needs to be more of a priority. Really does. Not for all hire companies, like Cheshire Cat, they do a good training session, but some of the bigger ones, takes a lot to be desired. Certainly does.
Oh dear. I think the problem arises when they swap steerers. Just beginning. Yeah, can tell. Yeah. We'll see you on the way back.
We've just left Calverley services. No queues. Much better than waiting at Nantwich for an hour or so. Yes, it was a good idea to come down here. Definitely was. Going to turn round now. We're not going to Bunbury Locks. We're just going to make a quick circular tour, and then we're going to nip somewhere, which you will see very shortly. No, you see, memory, you see, you forget, don't you?
Maybe I should. Yeah.
Well, that was a nice big winding hole, that. Doesn't half make things easier when it's well used and not silted up. Anyway, if we'd have carried on another 100 yards, we'd have come to Bunbury Locks, wide locks here. Pet hate of mine. When people say they do the Bunbury shuffle at them locks, oh dear me, does not. It's not something I take to that. I hate all them little analogies what people say. Yeah, so Bunbury shuffle. Plenty of people are happy with that. Not for us. I'm an awkward bugger, aren't I?
Just counting. Won't be a sec. Okay. That was a grand little trip. I quite enjoyed it. Love to see Keith when he's turning in that winding hole. Makes it just look so easy. For me it would be a 60-point turn. In the next video you'll see us arriving at our mini destination. And you'll see the treats we get. But for now, hope you enjoyed this one. Bye. Back to my stitches.